So, First Lady to 2 sets for a place in the quarterfinal to play to play in the semis, I should say, either Anastasia Dobromislova or Lorraine Winstanley, who meet later this evening. These two ready to get it on, as are our commentators for this first match, John Rawling and Vassos Alexander.
Good evening to you. It's a cold, snowy night outside here in Frimley Green at the lakeside, but as ever, a warm and friendly atmosphere inside. And this has the makings of a pretty even match, this first one. Casey Gallagher, who conquered Dita Hedman in round 1, 20 years old, from Crayford in Kent. Only got to the first round in the last couple of years, but already gone one further. Corinne Hammond, come across from Australia, and Corinne quoted at even money for this one. Casey Gallagher slightly odds on, 5 times the Australian Masters champion, 6 ranking titles and 33 in all, Corinne. And beat Patricia Farrell to get to this stage of the competition. And as you've heard, the winner of this to play either Anastasia or Lorraine Winstanley, who are in action a little bit later on tonight.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First set, first leg. It's Casey to throw first. Game on.
And as Matt mentioned, it's the first two sets through to the semi-finals. At 2 legs apiece. In the third set, it goes to sudden death.
Corinne been the #1 in Australia for a while. Seeded number 8 here this time.
45.
BDO ranked 7. One time they met in 2016. Look at this for Casey. She started well, but Corinne won. Beat Casey 3-1 in the Isle of Man Open.
Trina Gallagher and Lisa Ashton
43.
looking on. Casey Gallagher throwing now. It's her 3rd time at the
55.
World Championship. Sheriff in the background as well.
Thought Lisa Ashton looked good this afternoon rather. Very, very sharp. She's going to take an awful lot of beating. She's the favourite to win this title. And with Dita Hedman and now Trina Gulliver out of it, she's looking more and more a firm favourite to win the title she won in 2014 and 2015.
Casey Gallagher's average
46.
around about 80 in that first round win over Dita Hedman, the top seed. Corinne Hammond wasn't really tested in her opening encounter.
60.
Got away with an average south of 70
70.
against Patricia Farrell of Canada.
Well, 170 can be done, but not this time. 170, the highest possible checkout.
43. Casey require 127.
Treble 19 for bullseye, doesn't need it.
55.
So 270, she's a long way back. So important in this short format of the women's competition that they make a good start.
41.
Lose the first set.
Casey requires 72.
It's a huge task to turn it over.
Oh, double 8, treble 17. Single would have left the
56.
bullseye.
Hammond not settled down again at all yet, and shaking her head a little as she walked up to the oche.
59. Casey
Still not finding
requires
the treble
60.
she needed.
So another shot at double 8 to win the first leg for Casey Gallagher. There it is.
That's game short in the first leg. Casey Gallagher. Second leg score in the throw first. Primo.
A leg with the throw. Corinne Hammond, 5 times winner of the Australian Masters, including in the past 2 years. She won 6 BDO titles in 2016. But how about this from the 20-year-old from Kent?
121.
Moving along nicely. Casey struggled in the early stages against Dieter, but the further it went, the stronger she looked. And she's carried on here, looking as though she's throwing with the confidence that carried her over the line
140
in the last round, and that's another ton 40. A second already.
I know it's early in the
45.
match, so you can't read too much into the averages, but have a look at those first 9 averages. So with the first 9 darts of the leg, Casey Gallagher's averaging almost 110, and Corinne Hammond
34.
a lot less than half of that. You very rarely see such a big difference.
Corinne's not really woken up yet, needs to get into this game. It's better.
125.
And again. Well, that might just settle her down. Doesn't look well, does he? Some rather horrible stuff hanging off the side of his head. I really do hope for his own sake that was fancy dress, otherwise perhaps get the paramedics in.
100.
Well, Casey's
60.
already one up and is
Casey
on a
Uruguay,
finish again.
106.
106 now.
Fifteens or 19s here.
23.
I rather put the kibosh on that, didn't I?
56.
Well, we'll try again. 83 this time.
83.
Looking down the bottom of the board. Bullseye.
58.
Good effort.
When you require 96.
Treble 20 for double 18 is the shot. Now treble 20 for double 8. So a dart at double 8 for Corinne Hammond to level the match.
80.
Good effort.
Is you require 25.
9 double 8 for Casey. She's missed it. Double 4 now.
$17.
No.
When you require 16.
Last dart at double 4.
8.
No. So
Is you require 8.
Naught out
Casey
of 4.
Gallagher won't be punished for that error, missing big 9 in the last visit.
Naught out of 4 on doubles for Hammond. 1 out of 6 now, Gallagher. And adding.
4.
dear.
When you require 8. And that's
Double
game
2.
set in the second line.
And she's into the match.
Third leg against Casey to throw first. Game on.
She is hammering these
One
treble
of them,
20s
40.
early in each leg, so there she goes again.
Averaging still well above 100 with her first 9 darts.
42.
And Hammond well below 50. But it's 1 leg apiece.
$30. 99. $60. $42.
She just can't get her scoring boots on. All going with throw so far. And Casey Gallagher looking in a decent place again here.
One of the vagaries of the draw, Corinne Hammond, who played last night in a first round match, a 2-0 win against Patricia Farrell of Canada, whereas Trina Gulliver, who went out this afternoon, she played her first round match over 5 days ago.
39.
22-hour turnaround for Corinne Hammond, more like 120 hours for Trina.
Case you require 32.
Good hair.
Punk darts.
32, double 16.
That's
Good dart.
shot in the third line.
So taking the 2-1 advantage, again going with the throw.
$100.
And the finishing problems of the last leg forgotten. She's won 3 ranking titles, Casey Gallagher. Still early in her career, of course.
She was a very good junior as well. Numerous
45.
junior titles. Casey's brother Jason on the left there, and Dad John shouting on
71.
their encouragement. There they are again. Scott Mitchell watching on as well. A lot of the players who've been put out to the tournament choosing to stay on and watch the action right through the weekend.
Speaking of being put out of the tournament, Casey Gallagher beat the top seed. There she is, Dita Hedman in round 1, but she's hanging around, helping us out in commentary from time to time, and excellent she is at it as well.
Oh, I was going to say, not just hanging around, creatively employed.
16.
Just annoyingly good in the commentary box.
Well, she knows how to throw a dart. That's a good advantage, isn't it?
16.
Again, not much between them here. Advantage Hammond on the throw. Could do the treble.
81.
Good dart. Looked a bit glum, didn't he?
Engrossed is the word.
97.
He'll know, I'm sure, that Corinne Hammond is first to a finish, but that Casey Gallagher will want to pressurise that 74 finish, which she's not doing at the moment.
55.
So 74 Hammond to square up the match once again. Looking at the 14s, 20 now leaves tops.
Oh, well done. On the fourth line. Corinne Hammond.
Nice kill.
2-2. First. And
now who's going to take this opening set?
$46.
Well, that's not a good first visit. The 20-year-old from Kent. What can the Newcastle, New South Wales resident respond with? Well, she can respond with a ton 40, which is her first of the match. Gives her the advantage now in this leg, the deciding leg of the first set, after which there will be a short break.
43.
It's not often that the bookies do get it wrong, but I wasn't convinced that they had it right this time, installing Casey Gallagher as the favourite. I think that favouritism was probably as a result of beating Dita Hedman, and Dita played pretty poorly by her standards, and it kind of flattered Casey's performance. Karine, on performances through the year, I reckon probably
100.
merited just about favourite status. Well, we'll see now, because they're coming towards the business end of this opening set. Hammond has effectively, oh, that's unlucky, effectively taken the throw.
80.
That's a great last dart after the disappointment of the second bouncing out.
Needed that.
35.
Very good. Keeps her in touch.
Nothing in it, is there? Still no finish either way. Hammond still with the darts, in theory, still with a slight advantage. That's a good second dart.
85.
A race from inside 200. Advantage Australia at the moment.
So
lining up now for the sets. 111 is the ask for Karine Hammond. How's Karine going to do here? Just the one. Treble 20 would have given her the bullseye. Now she's got to wait and see
39.
what Casey Gallagher can produce.
133.
Looked like she was going to go for the bull with that last dart, Karine Hammond, but went for treble 18 instead, and she's left 72 for the set.
Well, let's see if she can put this away. Treble 20 is where she'll start, I think. Well, maybe not. Goes the 16 route. Another one of those will leave her on tops.
37. This you require 90.
Two darts at double 15 for the set.
Well, she hated that 15. 35 then. Whose nerve's going to hold? Gets the 3 for double 16. Double 8.
19.
Oh, grazed the wire.
This you require 12.
These are big darts, important darts in the context of the match. Double 6. Double 3 now, right at the bottom.
10. When you require 16.
Karine again with the double 8.
Yeah,
and at last puts it away. Hammond takes the opening set. So important in this short format, first to 3, to get the first set in the bag. Casey Gallagher lost the first set against Dita Hedman and came back. Well, she's going to have to do the same again if she's going to make her way through, because as they leave the stage, Karine Hammond leading 1-0.
Darius Labanauskas. That's the second round match in the men's draw. Anastasia and Lorraine Winstanley are next. That's the women's quarter final. The winner of that will play the winner of the one that's currently underway. And last but not least, Richard Veenstra and Danny Noppert double Dutch later on. Speaking of which, I think Richard's been getting a few tips backstage from Justin van der Gouw, who's already won on this stage, the newly crowned 2017 BDO World Youth Champion. What a prospect he is. 3-0 winner against Scotland's Nathan Girvan this afternoon. Bright future for both. OK, they're just getting set to restart. We'll go back to Vassos and John.
Tight opening match, tight opening set. Not a lot between these two women. Karine Hammond taking the early advantage, but can Casey now come back as she did against Dieter? Well, we'll see. Action about to resume.
First leg, it's Corinne throw first, Dima.
Hammond with the darts. Hammond with the advantage.
.58.
She's based in New South Wales, but over the past 12 months, she's
85.
made half a dozen trips over to the UK to play darts, racking up the air miles, racking up the big match experience, and improving as she goes.
114.
An Aussie who came close to the title
41.
with Simon Whitlock, beaten by Mark Webster in 2008. That's handy darts.
133.
Very good. On a finish.
.45. When you require 170.
2 treble 20s and a bull. Only way to go. Gallagher is way back.
60.
Casey Gallagher comes from Crayford in Kent. Petrol heads among you out there will remember the old Crayford conversions. Used to be able to get convertible Ford Corsairs and that sort of thing.
.14 is a shot now.
Treble 11 wasn't.
She's left 41 for when she comes back.
.97. When you require 41.
To hold her throw, with Casey Gallagher back on 188. There's the big 9. Double 16 just missed, but double 8, small adjustment.
33.
Case is a little way back, just gone off the boil at the moment, having started well. Needs more of that. Okay then.
140.
That rather changes the template.
Six. Is you require 48.
Well, this would be a steal, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. Double 16. Well, they just missed by a fraction.
And
in it goes.
Casey Gallagher.
Brother and dad celebrates.
Casey to throw first.
And Casey breaks the throw, having looked right the way through the leg as though she was going to lose.
I don't know if you remember halfway through the first set, we showed you the averages with the first 9
81.
darts, and Casey Gallagher was something like 110, and Corinne Hammond was something like 48. Well, look at that. They're almost the same now.
45.
Scott Mitchell.
.59.
Rather hairy nuns. Nuns on the lash.
140.
Trina Gulliver out of the women's competition now. She was the champion last year.
and 9 times before that. She'll be disappointed with how she threw this afternoon. Not the Trina Gulliver we've been used to seeing here at Lakeside.
I heard the question being asked earlier on, are her best days behind her? Rule her out yet. Said that in the past, and she came back, and certainly still young enough and with the desire to come again.
Yeah, won twice last year, the 2 big ones. The world title for the 10th time and the World Masters title for the 6th time. She just had a bad day at the office, losing to Eileen de Graaf.
Great first start. Well, went for 25 double 18. Normal way to go is the 11 route, but had ideas of her own.
113. The win you require 156.
Good dart. Another one for double 18. Brilliant double 18.
138.
Good effort.
This you require 8.
But did she need it? Because this is for a 2-leg
That's
lead.
King Shaw in the second leg. Casey Gallagher. Third leg is Corinne Trow first.
Psyching herself up, Casey Gallagher. That would have been one of the highest checkouts in the history of the women's sport here at Lakeside, had she done that. But it wasn't to be. 160 by Anne-Louise Peters, the best. Bobby George was actually 41. In the building earlier on, I think. I don't think that's the genuine article. All they need is the real one to join them, and they'd quite a table there.
Did you see Bobby enjoying himself in, where was it, Florida and Japan over the festive break?
56.
The Real Marigold Hotel, I think it was.
They're doing another series as well. They've hit on a winner there.
$59.
He's had a terrific reaction here this week whenever he's been seen around, Bobby.
81.
The public do love the big fella. They spend some time here, don't they? All the way over from the US of A. Kiss.
9.
Should have been here a few years back when Christian Kist was competing.
Or Brian Hyland when he was here, sealed with a kiss.
85.
Only needs one more leg here, Gallagher, and it's one set apiece.
80.
A bit unlucky. I think he might have come off the treble 5 wire, though, to be fair. Oh, how wrong he can be. No, that was a potential treble 20.
$100.
Good dance.
Struggled with the finishing a little bit, Corinne Hammond, in this set. She missed 5
96.
darts to win the first leg, and
74.
Casey Gallagher won it from nowhere. Then a double 18 to take out 156 to nick the second leg, so she could do with an easy one here.
Tops,
one dart at tops.
34. Here's you require 138. $63. When you require
So for the
40.
second time of asking this for 2-1. Double 20 for Corinne Hammond. Double 10.
And that's game
Yes,
shot
there
on
you
the
go.
third line.
2-1. So now Gallagher tested her nerve because she has to hold her throw here. Well, back to 2-2, and it's going to be advantage Hammond. Well, that's a bit of a shaky start.
Oompa Loompas, always welcome at Lakeside.
96.
As is Fallon Sherritt, former finalist. Beaten by Lisa Ashton this afternoon. Ashton de Graaf in the semi-finals. These two, Hammond and Gallagher, playing for the right to meet Anastasia Dobromyslova or Lorraine Winstanley. They play later tonight here on BT Sport.
Anastasia the favourite to win that one. Lorraine was expecting husband Dean to be down to cheer her on. Whether or not he's been held up in the snow, I'm not too sure. Good darts. Gallagher throw under a bit of pressure. If she loses this leg, then Corinne would have the darts for what could potentially win her the match and put her into the last four.
They have both struggled, haven't they, with their finishing? Corinne Hammond especially. She's missed 17 darts at a double.
84.
And usually she's been punished.
Well, she's taken the darts and she's on a makeable finish now. And Corinne, wrong side of the wire with both of those, wrong bed. In danger of not being on a finish, and she's 33. Not. So 6 darts from here for Corinne Hammond, 132.
Which way she's going to go? Another bull. Oh, unlucky.
100.
Very good darts. Very good darts, and a full Lakeside here applauding that.
She was unlucky with the second. I think it kissed the barrel, and then there was a bounce out. Had that gone in,
100.
She was going to be on. Watch again. Yeah, there you go. Had that gone in, she was on for the finish.
She won't mind as long as she hits the double 16 now, and she does. And we go into a deciding leg for the second set running, and what it means is Casey Gallagher's on the brink here. Corinne Hammond needs to hold her throw.
Let's come in the throw first.
To reach the semi-finals.
Australian, the favourite to win. Good start, a little bit unlucky with the second.
How about that?
We did see Corinne Hammond here last year. She was a first-round loser.
58.
She's already bettered that by reaching the quarterfinals. Can she go one stage further by winning this leg and reaching the last four?
Well, it's looking handy,
pretty good, isn't she?
It's looking good.
140.
A 6th 140.
And a second in a row to start this leg, potentially the last leg of the match. Clear daylight between Australia
45
and Kent.
Now trying to set up the finish. 221 the ask. Great first start. Finding quality darts just when she needs them. That's a little bit unlucky. A bit of a sideways glance to confirm the point.
126, not the worst checkout in the world. Options on the 19s. If you miss one treble, you can hit a single 19 and still have a go for 50. A bullseye.
When you require 126.
I hate to say it, I think Casey has gone here. Body language isn't great. Treble 19 she wants for the bullseye.
just 58, 45 and 50 in 3 visits so far in this crucial leg from Casey Gallagher. That's a lot better, but is it too little too late?
Possibly so. 84 then. This is for the match. 16 she's looking at now. Another one needed.
44.
Well, she's left herself on tops.
She's hit tops
41.
once before, missed it 4 times before.
40.
But this is for the match.
Game, shot, and
Emphatic from Corinne Hammond. Both sets were tight, but both went the way of the Aussie. And the first round loser from last year is through to the semi-finals.
Well, both sets were close, but Corinne Hammond gets the job done by 3 legs to 2 in each set to end Casey Gallagher's interest after beating Dita Hadman. It's Corinne who's through to the semis. Well, after a very sticky start, Corinne Hammond got her tungsten flowing nicely, and in the end, a 2-0 winner over Casey Gallagher, who probably will feel a little frustrated that she didn't hit the heights that she certainly found against Dita. But it's Corinne who's through to the semis. She's downstairs with Reshmin.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Corinne is here. She is relieved, but you're not that happy, are you?
Look, I'm definitely happy to have the win, but I'm not so happy in the way that I played. As I'm sure Casey's probably not happy with her performance either. I actually feel like I probably played better yesterday, but, you know, all that aside, I am really happy to have the win.
Were you just not reaching top gear, or was it that Casey put you under a lot of pressure?
It was probably I felt a bit of both. I felt a lot of nerves, which I didn't have so much yesterday, and I just felt that it really wasn't getting where I needed them to go. I mean, obviously I had a few good darts, but yeah, not as many as what I would have liked.
You were out in the first round last year. You're throwing for a place in the final tomorrow evening. That is a pretty special feeling, I imagine.
That is really exciting. It's like, oh my God, the semi-final. So yeah, look, I am absolutely stoked to be where I am. Yeah, couldn't have asked for anything more, really.
So you'll be keeping a close watch on Anastasia and Lorraine, because you're playing the winner.
Yeah, that will be interesting, and I think that they're going to have a really great match, and I know that whoever comes out the winner, it'll be a really tough game that I'll have on my hands. Definitely will need to improve my performance.
Well, we're wishing you luck for that one, but of course, very well done for today. Good to talk to you, Corinne. Ta.
Is there a more Aussie word than stoked? She is stoked, and quite rightly.